With sugar and spice and a roll of the dice, you're listening to The Dice Girls.
So to kind of paint the scene, you have reached the end of Spirit Road. Of the Spirit Road. It's not called Spirit Road. I don't know what its actual name might be. The Fae probably have a name for it that you guys don't know about. And neither do I. You've reached a doorway that appears to be the same kind of portal that allowed you to enter the Spirit Road. You were polite to the vines and they cleared a way for you, and now you can kind of see. You can't see through the portal to see like what's on the other side. It's just kind of shimmery almost. So, and that's where you're standing. It's the two of you, and you have Schnick-Tick, who is unconscious and injured, with a small branch sticking out of his shoulder. And this is where you find yourselves, is you're still on this side of the portal, standing here. When you cross through the portal, you will have entered into the Sapphire Dragon's region, the Hollow Hills. What is your character? Let's see, who am I going to ask? I'll just put the question out there and whoever wants to answer. What does your character think they might find directly on the other side of this portal? Like what?
Where was this?
Go ahead.
Where was the portal that we entered from? Like, what location was that?
The portal that you entered from was, I believe it was down in the Clunk in Breath Song. And so...
Right.
Yeah, so you've gone essentially from, if you're looking at the map, you were essentially in the center area of Breath Song, and now you have traveled all the way to the southern border of Breath Song and Hollow Hills. And when you pop out, you'll be in Hollow Hills at the border, the northern border of Hollow Hills.
I think because the entrance that we went in was, like underground, I think Kaida is also expecting the other side to also, like the exit to also be underground, but she's like really hoping that we're not getting spit out directly into the Hollow Hills where all the spiders are.
Oh, right. That's fair. Absolutely fair.
She's got her. That's all she's really crossing her fingers for. Is like, can we not let's not walk directly into it, please.
No spiders. Got it.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah, spiders was my answer, I think. I'm just expecting to see. I'm just expecting to be greeted.
I like that.
By spiders. Giant spiders? Giant spiders.
Yeah. Raz did tell you that you would know you were getting close to Skywing's lair when you encountered giant spiders and like some mind magic.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so it sounds like both of you are expecting spiders.
Just immediate
really hoping for not.
Yes.
I like that. I dig that a lot. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, so then I am just going to say that is where you are. You are standing in front of this portal. You are with your unconscious friend Schnick-Tick. What do?
We're standing in front of the portal, like we haven't gone through it yet?
Correct. You have not crossed through the portal yet. The last thing that happened when we ended was the last of the thorny vines cleared away from the portal, and now it is passable.
Well, last time we held hands, but we should be okay this time, right?
I mean, our hands are kind of full this time because we've got Schnick-Tick on a stretcher.
Very full. Okay, I'll go first.
I'll bring up the rear, I suppose.
I'm imagining myself walking backwards, carrying the stretcher through first.
I like that.
just gonna back into
whatever. Yeah.
I have no idea what's on the other side. I'm expecting giant spiders, and I'm just gonna back directly into this portal.
I was going to say my evil DM brain immediately was like, don't worry. My evil DM brain immediately was like, would there be a consequence for entering through a Fey portal backwards?
Oh, yeah.
But I think because I haven't planned for anything, my answer is going to be no. This is going to be okay. But that would have been really interesting. I love that. So, okay, you go through the portal. Elana's back first. Is it kind of like Elana schnick-tick between you, Kaida?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I dig it. I dig that a lot. Okay. So, you feel a little bit of a tingle when you pass through the doorway. I believe you also felt a little bit of a tingle last time. If you didn't, yes, you did. I'm retconning that.
I believe we did.
You feel the same sensation that you did when you entered into the Spirit Road. When you exit the Spirit Road, it's again a little bit of a shock, just because you've gone from a very kind of like jewel toned atmosphere where everything was very foreign looking to you. The plants you didn't recognize. It was part of the Fey realm, and it just looks otherworldly even. And you exit the portal to a very normal looking setting. It's actually a little warmer than Breathsong, because Breathsong is a little mountainous. You were in the mountains. You've lost some elevation, so you're in the hilly area. It's warmer there. There's not snow on the ground, even though it's wintertime. It's kind of chilly, but it's not like super cold. There is a path that you're still on. It is now in a lightly wooded area. There's not a ton of trees in this part of the region, but there are some oak trees here and there on both sides of this road. An immediate difference that you can see is that the path is more like a road than a path. It is cobblestoned rather than just a dirt path. And as soon as you pass through, the two of you realize that you're not alone. And there are two guards that are standing right on the other side of this portal. You can see they are wearing kind of a military uniform. It's like a royal blue color with gold like buttons and seams, and it does have some sapphires like as embellishments, little small sapphires every here and there. It looks very royal and very fancy. The guard he has a stern face, but he also looks a little bit bored. He doesn't really look up to you at all. He doesn't even look at you, but you hear him ask as you come through the portal, name, species, place of origin, business in Hollow Hills.
Come again?
He looks up at you as you ask the question, and he takes in your party for the first time. As he takes each of you in, his like eyes widen slightly. He's not expecting Elana. He's not expecting a passed out gnome, and he takes in Kaida, and his posture stiffens ever so slightly, and you can see his grip kind of tighten a bit on the spear that he is holding. Ooh. But his face kind of remains after that initial like little bit of shock. His face goes back to its expression, and he repeats himself. Name, species, place of origin, business in Hollow Hills.
Elana, tiefling, schnick-tick, gnome, Kaida, other, Is there a doctor in the house? Please, our friend here needs help, and I think I'm concussed. Can we maybe get some help? What were the rest of your questions? We're here for a doctor.
I love this. Okay. Can I have you roll me? I'm gonna say persuasion.
Oh,
I was I was between persuasion and deception, but I think you probably really are looking for a doctor in this moment.
I am. That's an 11.
That's fair. So the guard looks you over again, and he kind of furrows his brow just slightly and says, "Your injured party seems to at least be stable for now. Please answer the questions. You've given me your names. You've given me two of your species. Ma'am, can you tell me what species you are, please?" And he looks at Kaida.
Human.
Human, understood.
Yeah, I am human.
And what is your place of origin for the three of you?
The other side of this portal? Is there more than one way through?
He says the spirit road has many paths. Which gemstone? Yes, sorry. Under which of the gemstone dragons do you submit authority?
We came from Breath Song.
He kind of has like he has been jotting down this information that you've been giving him as you've been giving it to him, and his brow furrows a little bit, and he kind of like makes a little smirk as he notes down that you are from Breath Song, and he says, "Clearly, your injured party member acquired this injury on your journey here. What was your original business in Hollow Hills before you were seeking a doctor?"
I guess I didn't think about whether we should keep our mission like a secret or whether we should not tell people that
Right.
we're gonna try and go meet all the dragons.
Yeah. I think Kaida is assuming that her and Elana are on the same page of keeping this under wraps,
That's generous of you.
which is a dangerous thing. Yeah, which is a dangerous thing for Kaida to be doing.
And what page do you think that is that we're on? We didn't discuss any of this beforehand, so maybe we should just
Nope.
Maybe we should just treat it that way.
Yep.
What? Can I roll to see what else I know about where we are? Like,
Yeah.
maybe I can come up with an excuse if I know anything about this place.
Absolutely. Give me a history check.
God, I'm gonna
that
need you to
face.
roll. I don't know why I'm looking at my sheet like it's gonna help a 2 any.
Oh no.
I'm gonna pull 10 points out of nowhere.
Elana has a plus 17 in history for some reason. She's a big history buff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Elana, your mind, maybe it's due to being caught unaware, you're unable to scramble for things you might know about this region. I will give you the very basics that your character definitely knows. Skywing is quite militant and not conflict averse. Yeah. You would know that he keeps a pretty tight ship.
Cool. Recreation. You think he's gonna be cool with that answer? I nailed it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally got it. Got in one.
Slam dunk.
Slam dunk.
I'll take my point of inspiration for that one. Thank you.
Oh my god. Can I minus a point of it? No, I'm just kidding.
You probably should.
Stop it. Oh my gosh. The guard, so Elana says, recreation. Sorry, gotta compose myself here. That was a good one. The guard looks at Elana and he kind of cocks an eyebrow and he says, was that a question or an answer?
Well, you see, I am a small business owner, traveling to sell my wares, and these are my companions, who have they don't get out much, so I invited them along recreationally to help with my business affairs. Anyway, as you can see, we are clearly in need. Do you see this stick sticking out of this man? We could use some help if you don't mind. Do we pull it out or do we leave it in?
A couple things happen at once here. This is so good. As Elana again mentions Schnicktick, the second guard, he kind of he hasn't said anything thus far, but he almost he almost scoffs a little. He goes, "Ugh," and he walks over to Schnicktick and places a hand on near his shoulder, and he casts a spell which you guys might recognize as Cure Wounds. The wound kind of starts to close up a little bit, and it pushes the stick out and then kind of closes itself, and Schnicktick's wound is cured. As the second guard is kind of doing that, the first guard, his attention is on Elana again, and he says, "What sort of business do you own?"
Oh, I am so glad you asked. Well, and she fumbles a little to be able to open her vest to show her wares while holding up Schnicktick with one hand still. As you see, I have a variety of delightful trinkets available at this time. You've just missed out on my most popular live, laugh, love rock. However, I do have a variety of scented keychains and gemstones and other delightful. I believe I still have the lemon scented eagle eye gem. If you're interested in that one, I do believe it's going to be a very hot seller.
As Elana kind of like opens her shop
her bestie shop.
Her bestie shop, thank you. I couldn't remember the words. Her bestie shop. You see both Kaida, you notice both guards now tighten their grip on their spears. And the guard that Elana is speaking with cocks his head a little questioningly, and he says, "Are your trinkets made using artificery?"
Ooh. Well, that wouldn't be very good. Now, would it?
No, it would not. He agrees.
Okay, well, it would be bad for business if anyone else knew this. You must not tell a soul, but the lemon-scented eagle eye pendant, it's just lemon pledge. I just rubbed it with lemon pledge. It's just a cleaning solvent. It's a nice looking gem, so it looks magical, but I'm afraid that's just a bit of business. Business. That's just business. Am I right? If it's an entrepreneurial thing. I really wish I didn't keep talking, but I kept talking. It's a secret of the trade. Yes, it's a little trade secret of mine. You mustn't. Please, I would go out of business. I tell you in confidence.
This guard, he looks surprised and very suspicious. And he says, "Are you telling me that you're a fake artificer?"
No. People believe what they'd like to believe when they see my wares. Having a real tough time digging myself out of this hole.
To the utter delight of everyone else.
I'm gonna need a minute for this one. I do not.
No,
I do not. I didn't have an answer for like the last 3 questions. I'm digging deep here.
I love that Elana's answer to "Are you an artificer?"
No, I'm a fraud.
No, I'm a fraud. That's better.
Well, which one gets me more jail time? Probably the artificer.
logic is so sound. I'm crying.
Well, fine. As you can see, these trinkets aren't exactly, well, they're mostly for children, you see, and they enjoy the thought of a little bit of magic in their lives. And the parents, well, they know exactly what my wares are, but they do go along just for the joy and the twinkle in the eye of their child when they receive a delightful gift. Thank you. and
This message has been brought to you by
and thank you to your friend here. Thank you so much for helping with this wound. Can you do anything about the unconsciousness?
I am gonna need you to now roll me a deception check for the guard.
That's fair. Fair. 15.
Nice.
15.
Ooh.
Plus nothing.
Totally fair. Okay, that's pretty good. So the guard you're speaking to about your business, which I'm now just picturing that you've described to him, like, you know, those online websites where you can buy like cheap little like party favors in bulk for like 16 cents a piece if you order 900 of them. That's how I'm picturing Elana has presented this business.
It's yes. Elana she's a drop shipper.
Oh, ouch. You know, the guard.
You've just described yourself.
The
as
guard
one.
may believe. Yeah. Don't let Elana hear you say that she's a drop shipper. These are carefully curated products, handmade.
But not with artificery.
Not with artificery.
But not with artificery.
No.
They just appear that way.
Yes.
Too funny. Okay. I love this. So the first guard, you rolled your deception check. He still looks slightly suspicious. But you can see that he's probably come to the conclusion that Elana is exactly who would sell trinkets to kids for a little bit of magic and some maybe not so straightforward money. He's passing that judgment on you. That self-imposed judgment on you.
That's fair. I've said some interesting things these past 10 minutes, so
Absolutely. The second guard, in response to your question, kind of he just shakes his head and gives a little shrug, and he says he'll wake up when he wakes up. He's cured. He might need some rest from being injured. Probably shake him awake if you wanted to. As he says that, he says, in fact, let's wake this little guy up and make sure he is who you claim he is. Why don't one of y'all shake him awake for us?
It's just like we just shake the bed a little bit, just stretch it just a little bit. Yeah. Schnick-tick.
oh, Schnick-tick.
Schnick-tick startles awake, and he startles awake with a like, "Hey, what's the big idea?" Like in his accent, which I did not do at all there. And he's like disoriented for a moment, but he does gain his bearings rather quickly, as is his nature. And he's like laying in this stretcher, and as he kind of like shakes awake, he looks up to kind of see a guard on either side. And his face goes back and forth between them for a moment before he goes, oh, rats. And,
What do you mean, rats? You brought us here. Get me out of this situation.
Schnick-Tick like sits up. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, Schnick-Tick, you're awake finally. These guards here were just questioning the validity of my business practices, which, of course, you know, we are here on business.
Recreation.
Was that sly enough? You think the guards will let that one go?
The first guard kind of looks at Elana and then looks at Schnick-Tick and says, name, species, place of origin, business in Hollow Hills. And Schnick-Tick kind of looks around for a moment, like he thinks. And he sits up, and he's wearing like the mask that covers that covers everything but his eyes. But you can kind of see like he smiles. Like, you know how when someone smiles, you can sometimes see it in their eyes. That happens. You can see it in his eyes. Mm-hmm. He smiles at the guard, and he sticks out a hand. And he says, name's Marv. Nice to meet ya. I'm clearly a goblin. Not a goblin. He says I'm clearly a gnome. We're coming here from Breath Song, as I'm sure these two lovely ladies have already told you. He says a little unsurely, you hear. And he says, as my friend... He almost says Elana, but then he like stops because he's not sure what names you may have given them. He says, as my friend here has shared, we're here on business. That's we're here on business for her business that she owns, and I'm her assistant, and I'm here to help. And I'm actually going to have Schnick-Tick roll a deception real quick.
I just called him Schnick-Tick, and then he introduced himself with a different name. I'm going to need him to roll a nat 20, please.
Okay. Oh, it's not a nat 20. Schnick-Tick got a 9. The guard, after listening to Schnick-Tick, now does look like pretty suspicious. I don't think there's any escaping that suspicion at this point. And he kind of narrows his eyes at Schnick-Tick, and he says, Marv, huh? Okay, Marv. Well, seeing as you're here for business, and he does air quotes when he says business.
Elana looks offended.
And seeing how one of your party was recently injured, and given the nature of your visit, and he like looks at Kaida, I must insist on accompanying you to your destination for security purposes. You clearly need some assistance in not becoming injured, and I fear our roads may be a little much for travelers such as you.
What does that mean?
The second guard pipes up and he says, well, it means you don't appear to have a healer in your group, as I was able to fix your friend with a simple spell. My fellow guardsman here is simply concerned for your health. In our region, we can't have any accidents, or it wouldn't look good if travelers through the area were getting injured because of their inexperience, he says with a little bit of a smile.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I mean, we only had one health potion between the three of us, and we used it, so...
The guards, like, glance at each other, like, in disbelief. Slightly.
But what's so dangerous about your roads? We're here in town. This should be a safe zone. We just came from the spirit. There are fae there. Surely you understand why we were injured, and could perhaps understand that we wouldn't injure ourselves walking down the road to the hospital. Clinic. Ye old herbalist.
Ye old
healer,
emergency room.
healer, emergency room. Ye old ER.
Oh my god, the ye old urgent care. I love that. Oh my goodness. The two guards look at each other again. They share a glance between the two of them. And the first guard says, "Ma'ams and sir, I must insist, again, for your safety, as outsiders traveling through the region, you may encounter dangers which you are not yet prepared for, especially if you have not visited this region before. I simply must accompany you on your journey. Where exactly is it that you are headed to conduct this business?"
Well, we have yet to visit. I had intended to sort of scope out the area and see where one might be able to set up shop, see if there's any local events that may be occurring soon where I could set up as a vendor. As a traveling businesswoman, I have to be adaptable to most any situation, and try to find places to conduct business where I can. I thought we might start with the hospital. I don't know if you understand this, but I was just knocked out. I don't know how much HP I have anymore at this point. Elana going fourth wall. Okay. You see that Marv here was just gravely injured, and I myself was just recently knocked unconscious, and we could really use a checkup, perhaps.
Then I shall gladly accompany you to our nearest hospital.
Thank you. Finally, can we move this along with fewer questions?
That's amazing. Okay, yes. The Schnicktick, as you're giving this answer, is kind of like, you can see him looking at the guard, kind of like, eh? You know, like, come on.
What'd I tell you?
And the guard looks again between the three of you, and he is almost like thinking to himself a little out loud. I see. So two of your party are injured and need a hospital, we will get you there. He holds out his hand, and he says, my name is Isk. I will be happy to escort you to the nearest hospital in the name of Skywing. And he holds out his hand.
Elana will shake his hand. And she gives a firm handshake.
I like it.
Isk, it is very nice to meet you. As you know, I'm Elana.
Elana?
And
Marv?
I named my companions. Yes, Marv and Kaida.
And Kaida. And Kaida, when he says Elana, he looks at Elana. Mm-hmm. When he says Marv, he looks at Schnick-Tick. He does not look at you when he says your name.
Ooh.
And he says, he gives like a nod to his partner, and says, I shall return before the day is up. Please send word forward that we are coming to the hospital please give word that we are coming to the hospital in Talrex, and that we shall arrive with a party of 3 shortly. And he kind of gives a nod to his partner, and he starts then kind of walking down the road, expecting the 3 of you to follow.
Schnick-Tick, or Marv, do you still need the stretcher? Or do you think? Because if you still need to be carried, like we're cool with that. But do you still need to be carried?
Schnick-Tick really quickly. He starts actually, as you say that, he starts climbing out of the stretcher, and he says, "No, girls, there's no need for that anymore. I'm feeling much better. Honestly, I'm right as rain. I do still want to go to the hospital," he says as he kind of glances ahead at the guard. Definitely should go to the hospital and get a checkup, but I can walk. Thank you, girls, for taking care of me.
Of course.
And Schnick-Tick also takes off after the guard, walking after him, and he kind of looks back at the 2 of you as he starts going.
I guess we're following.
Quickly follow. Not letting him out of my sight.
Can I have the 2 of you each roll me a perception check, please?
Ooh. Okay. 19.
Dang.
Oh, that's good, because I got a 2.
Dang.
Plus 0.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just on edge. That's
absolutely fair. Okay. So the way we're going to work that out is, I'm going to say that Kaida might be maybe quick to follow Schnick-Tick, is following right, pretty close behind him. We're going to say in this case, for now, Elana maybe is bringing up the rear. And as you are leaving, Elana, you heard the guard tell his partner to radio ahead, basically, to walkie-talkie ahead and let them know that you were coming to the hospital. And you're almost out of ear range as you hear him speaking, but you catch a couple of the words that he says into his walkie-talkie. And one of the words that you catch is scales. And
shoot.
He noticed.
Shoot.
He noticed your face.
He did. Probably should have done something about that, huh? Didn't think about it. We did 0 zero preparation. We're just like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go on this
Love it.
super secret mission.
Which is hilarious because that's exactly what we did in our first campaign.
Oh, we've learned nothing.
we just set out.
Just like, okie dokie, hope this goes well.
You know, have you guys seen Trolls?
No.
I don't think so.
Oh, darn it. Oh, so there's maybe this might not land as well then, but there's a song in Trolls where this like super happy-go-lucky troll decides to go out into the world for the first time, and she has this very poppy bop song about how I'm not giving up today and everything's gonna be okay. And the whole song, these monsters keep trying to eat her and like spitting her out, and she's like barely avoiding death, and she's just like
Right.
bopping her way through the most dangerous, deadly situations in this song, and that is what I'm picturing here.
That sounds about right.
Yep.
It's the energy. Yeah. The energy matches for sure. It's amazing. Okay. So the three of you, no, now the four of you, the four of you do take off down the road, and it is Isk first, followed by Schnicktick, and then Kaida, and then Elana bringing up the rear.